At Raju Law, we don't just provide legal services, we provide a pathway to your American dream. With offices in New York, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Dhaka, and Dubai, our global team is dedicated to delivering personalized immigration solutions. Whether you are pursuing a green card or navigating complex immigration processes, we are here to guide you at every stage. With a team of 10 associate attorneys and more than 180 law clerks and case managers, we craft solutions tailored to your unique needs. Our technology-driven platform ensures the fastest, most efficient service, saving you time while upholding the highest standards of quality. At Raju Law, we believe in affordable, transparent pricing without compromising on service excellence. Raju Law, where your American dream meets expert legal support. Contact us today.
Good evening, everyone, and warm welcome to Raju Law's Monday Live. I am Manshika Tira, Assistant Manager at Dubai branch of Raju Law, and I will be your host for today's session. Today's topic is an important one for business owners and entrepreneurs looking to operate in US. Get access to US market. Compliance made easy with a residence agent. Sorry. Today's topic is an important one for business owners and entrepreneurs looking to operate in US. To guide us through this topic, we are joined by an exceptional guest, Attorney Raju Mahajan, the founder and principal attorney of Raju Law. Mr. Mahajan, is a very wonderful to have you here with us today. I can imagine your week was very hectic and it's been full of consultations and mentorship sessions. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you, Manashi. Thank you for inviting me today.
Yes. So
So, with,
that's great to hear. And our
yeah,
viewers are very excited about today's topic. So we are eager to begin this session. So please go ahead,
okay.
sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. And without further delay, let me share my presentation. Yes, perfect. So, as Manashi said, this is a brand new show, brand new podcast. It's called Get Access to the US Market. And our today's topic is compliance made easy with resident agent. So let me tell you what resident agent is and why foreign entrepreneurs they need a resident agent to do business here in America. So in America, many of you may not know that America is not actually one country. America is a combined countries, combined 50 states together. That's why it's called United States. So when you register your business here in America, you actually do not register your business with the United States. Rather, you register your business with one of the states, like, for example, the state of New York, the state of California, the state of Texas, the state of Maryland, Virginia, or any other states. So you as a foreign entrepreneur, when you register your business with the state of Maryland or New York or any other states, the state want to communicate with you, but you are not here. So if the state want to communicate with you while you are not here, how do they do that? That's why they need an agent with whom they can communicate if they want to. The people who are already in America, let's say I'm in America when I, excuse me, I have some cough because of the winter. So let's say I register a business, I can be the owner of the business and also the resident agent of the same business. I can work as both owner and resident agent, no problem, because I'm already here. If the state of Maryland want to communicate with me, they can do that. There's no problem with that. However, since you do not live here, you live in a foreign country, state of Maryland requires you to have a resident agent who lives within the boundary of that state. So this is very tricky. So if you tell me that, hey, I would like to register my business in the state of California, you need your resident agent in the state of California. One person in the state of New York cannot work as resident agent for your business that is registered in the state of California. Similarly, if your business in New York, your resident agent must live within that state so that the state can communicate with the person if they like to. So that's the basic concept about resident agent. I'm going to discuss detail today so that you have a better understanding, clear understanding what resident agent is, why you need resident agent, what is the job, and like a activity of resident agent kind of thing, so that you have a clear idea. Let's go to the uh, next slide. So as I said, what resident agent? A resident agent, also known as registered agent, the same thing, is a designated individual or third-party entity officially appointed to receive legal correspondence on behalf of a business. This role is a statutory requirement for any limited liability companies, LLC, corporations, or limited partnerships formed or doing business in a specific state. As I said, it must be within the specific state. The primary function is to act as the liaison between the business entity and the Secretary of State or equivalent government body. Meaning, resident agent is a middleman between the business and the government. By maintaining a resident agent, business ensure they can reliably receive service of process SOP, government notices, and compliance documents. Not only that, also a lot of resident agent, they can be your agent in the bank. They can open bank account for you. They can rent office space or business location for you. They can do pretty much anything on your behalf if you allow them. So let's go to the next slide. So resident agent key requirements: physical address, must have a physical street address, not a post office box, in the state where the business is registered. As I said earlier, business hours must be available during normal business hours to accept legal documents in person. Residency must be a resident of the state or a corporation authorized to conduct business in that state. Consent: the agent must formally agree to accept the appointment and the associated responsibilities. So a lot of time, a lot of my prospective client, they ask like, hey, I'm going to register my business in the state of Wyoming or in the state of Mississippi. How do I get a resident agent or registered agent? So usually I tell my clients, first, try to find a friends or family who lives in that state. If you have a friends or family who is interested to be your resident agent or registered agent, that will make your life easier. It would be less expensive, and you will have better communication. And the reason is, if you hire an American person, if you hire an American corporation to be your resident agent, you can definitely do that. There's no problem with that. However, let's say the agent's office is in the state of Wyoming, so they definitely follow their office time. And if you live in Dubai or Pakistan, India, or Nigeria, sometimes the office time may be totally opposite of your office time. So you may have difficulty reaching out to them in their office time. So the first option is your friends or family who can act on your behalf as a registered agent or resident agent. However, in many situations, you may not have any friend or family in that state, or you may not rely on them, or they may not be interested to be a resident agent or something. In that case, there's a lot of American corporations, there's a lot of American businesses, they are interested to be your resident agent, registered agent, in exchange for money. You have to pay them, and they will be your resident agent or registered agent. So this is a very common thing. A lot of foreign entrepreneurs, investors, they have corporate registered agent here in America. We, from our law firm, Raju Law, we also work as a resident agent slash registered agent. So if you have nobody or you cannot depend on them for some reason, we can be your resident agent in any states in America. We have 50 states, as I said earlier. So no matter where you want to start your business, our law firm can be your resident agent or registered agent in that particular state. No problem with that. Of course, you have to pay some extra money to us for that service. It's a separate service, but we can definitely help you with that. Not only that, not only being a registered agent or resident agent in that state, if you want us to be your agent in the bank. If you want us to open your bank account, we can do that. If you want us to represent you in signing a commercial office space, or like warehouse or any kind of real estate, we can also do that. Pretty much we offer you end to end service, like from beginning to end. We can take care of everything. Of course, we do not have expert in every field. Like for example, if you need a CPA, we do not have any CPA in our firm, but we can help you hire a CPA. If you need a tax attorney, we do not have a tax attorney in our firm. We can help you hire a tax attorney. If you need anything, any kind of realtor, we can help you hire a realtor. So we will be your representative, and we will help you hire a person. So we offer end-to-end service. Excuse me. Let me go to the next slide. So risk of operating without resident agent. In many states, you even cannot open a business without a resident agent. But let's say for the sake of argument, you can open it. Still, there's a risk to operate without a resident agent. Default judgment. If there is any judgment against you, and if there's nobody here to receive your receive the document, it's very bad for you. Loss of good standing, administrative dissolution, fines and penalties. There's a lot of problem if you do not have resident agent. I'm not going that deep because pretty much in most states, you will not be able to even open a business without a resident agent. So you definitely need a resident agent. The question is whom you're going to hire as a resident agent. That's the question, not whether you're doing it. Why use a professional service? So as I said, your first choice is person, your friends or family. However, a lot of time, friends or family, they're not capable of working as a resident agent. So that's why even though you may have better communication, but at the end of the day, you may be better off having a corporate resident agent on your behalf. For example, primary protection, that using a professional service keeps the business owner's personal home address off the public record. This is great. Consistent availability. Professional agencies ensure there's always someone available to accept critical documents, avoiding missed deliveries due to vacation or sick days. Compliance reminders. Many services provide alerts for annual report filing and franchisee tax deduction or any other kind of documents. Also flexibility. Corporations are more flexible in terms of time and energy and other thing. Of course, you have to pay them money, but it's more flexible for you to receive documents from the government. How the resident agent process works. So first, designation. Oh, by the way, before I go to this thing, so a lot of my clients, they ask me this question: hey, how do I define the scope of your work as a resident agent? Let me give you an example. Let's say I am your resident agent in your bank. Now you're sending money from your foreign bank to American bank. Am I able to withdraw all of your money and leave? No. So there will be agreement between you and me for the scope of my work as a resident agent. If you allow me to withdraw money from your bank account, I'll be able to withdraw money from your bank account. But if you do not allow me to withdraw the money from your bank account, I will not be able to withdraw money. So in this situation, let's say you did not allow me to withdraw money from your bank account. So any money you send to your American bank account from your foreign bank account, it would be in that account. I'll not be able to withdraw any money at all. And then down the line, let's say you have to pay $1,000 to your landlord, or let's say $500 to someone. So you can prepare the check, sign it, send it to me in my address, and then I'll forward the check to the appropriate person. So I am just a middleman between you and the government. I am not withdrawing any money. On the other hand, if you say that, hey, I'm very busy, I trust you, you are an attorney, everything is good, I am letting you withdraw money from your bank account. And if it is explicitly mentioned in the contract, then yes, I'll be able to withdraw money from your bank account. And same for everything. Whatever I will be able to do, that will be defined by the agreement between you and me. Our agreement will define my scope of employment, my scope of work for you. Also, there's another question like how much money I charge for this service. So that also determines this scope of work. If you just want me to receive letters and just forward to you, not a lot of work, I will charge you very small amount of money. On the other hand, if you want me to do all the work, everything for you, of course, the more work I do, the more money I'll charge for you. But in general, there'll be like a kind of agreement between you and us how much I'm going to charge you, kind of that kind of things. Another question is there are some situations where just as a basic contract between you and me is not enough to do this work. We need um, power of attorney in some situation. For example, let's say you are buying a property, real estate, like a home or big building, anything here in America, and I am representing you. Just a simple contract between you and me may not work. In that case, I need power of attorney from you. So there is a power of attorney form. You will sign it. Most likely, you will go to a U.S. embassy in the country you're living, and you will sign it in front of the embassy officers. And there are other options. So there will be a power of attorney between you and me. I will be your power of attorney holder, and then I will go and I'll perform that work. So the short point here is resident agent is a simple term, but it may cover many different things. And whatever I'll be able to do as a resident agent will be defined by you, the agreement between you and me, and you will have full control over the process. And you can cancel this agreement of resident agent anytime you like. And I will be liable for all the actions I am doing on your behalf. So short point, don't worry, resident agents cannot do anything crazy. They will always be liable for their work. Now, how the resident agent process works. Okay, designation. The business designates the agent on their formation documents, articles of organization, incorporation. When you register this business, you have to mention the name of the person or the corporation as resident agent. Benefit of document, sorry, receipt of the documents. The agent receives service of process, or official, state mail or other physical addresses, notifications. The agent immediately notified the business contact, usually via digital upload or email. Forwarding will forward all the documents and information to the owner from the government, kind of things. Legal consideration and state compliance. Jurisdiction. A resident agent is required in every state where the company is foreign qualified to do business, not just the home state. So any state you are doing business where you are designated as a foreign qualified, you must have a resident agent. That's why it is better to have a resident agent who can help you in any state in America is better for you. Change of agent. If changing agents, the business must formally file a change of registered agent form with the state to avoid a lapse in coverage. That's another compliance matters. Representation. The agent does not represent the company in court. They only accept the papers for the company. However, if you want the agent to represent you in the court, that is possible through power of attorney, the thing I just explained a few minutes ago. A statutory responsibility. It is the business's responsibility to keep the agent updated with current contact information for forwarding purposes. Those are very regular things. Best practice in resident agent management. Choose professionalism. Select a reputable service provider to ensure reliability and privacy. Of course, this is very important thing. Anytime you choose a service, try your best to choose the professional one. Those who are good, reliable, honest, and licensed to do that kind of things. Monitor status. Regularly check the business's status with the Secretary of State to ensure the agent is listed correctly. Update information. Keep the resident agent informed of any changes to the company's communication contact. Multi-state management for business expanding across state lines. Utilize a national provider to consolidate compliance management is always best practice. All right, so that is the end of our discussion. This is all of our social media links. Feel free to follow us in any of our platform. We are very communicative and we check all the questions and comments in all platforms very regularly. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us now. Going back to Manushi, and probably we'll go for a short break and then we'll answer your question.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mahajan, for such a detailed and insightful presentation. We'll now take a really quick break for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then we will move on to a Q&A session. So please, audience, stay tuned.
At Raju Law, we are proud to offer one of our most promising services, the EB2 NIW application. With an incredible success rate of 94%, our team has helped more than 1,000 clients navigate this efficient route to permanent residency in the United States. EB2 NIW allows highly skilled professionals and individuals with exceptional abilities to apply for a green card without the need to find an employer sponsor. Whether you're a scientist, engineer, doctor, or entrepreneur, this visa offers a unique opportunity to live and work in the United States based on your qualifications and contributions. At Raju Law, we're here to guide you every step of the way, making the process seamless and stress-free. Contact Raju Law today for the free EB2 NIW evaluation and start your journey.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a very informative session on the how resident agent make US market entry easier and more compliant. Now it's time for our Q&A session. So now let's first of all go to the audience comments. So now there are two comments actually from MD Yakub Ali, which is in Bengali, and one is from Ryan Mestri. So I think they're just
Sorry, I was mute. Yeah, so Mr.
yeah.
Yakub Ali, he wrote Dektasi, meaning I'm watching. Thank you, Mr. Ali, for watching our show. And if you have any question anytime about any US immigration matter, feel free to reach out to us. We will try our best to help you.
Yes, and one more is from Mr. Ryan. He's telling Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam, Mr. Ryan. I hope you are enjoying the session today. Now we will move on to our Q&A session. So we have received like excellent questions which are common during our live sessions, and few months back also, or many times most of the people are asking those questions. So my first question would be, what are the primary risks associated with not having a resident agent?
So in most of the states, you must have a resident agent. That's not a question like whether you want to or not. Some states may allow you, but I would highly, highly recommend you to have a resident agent in that state. It's really good. Like one of the common risks is like, let's say the government send you a letter and you did not receive the letter. So in the letter, definitely government is asking you to do something. If you even do not receive the letter, how do you do that? Because you even don't know. So it is highly, highly, I mean, it's basically required things, but if even it's not required, I would highly recommend you to do that, because otherwise it will be very difficult for you to do business here in America.
Perfect, perfect. Now, moving on to the second question, how can I minimize the risk of missing a legal notice?
Yeah, to minimize that, you must have a resident agent. Resident agent will receive the letter, and you can ask them permission to open the letter, and then let you know what is exactly in the letter, so that you can address that.
Perfect, perfect. Now let's say continuation of that second question only. So let's say if a residence agent is giving us a services, right? So how can I entrust that resident agent? Like how can I trust my security of my business privacy to that resident agents?
So that's a good question, and I would highly recommend you to vet the person or the company before you hire them. Most of the American corporations, they're very professional, and you're not sharing any secret with the resident agent. Basically, they are the middleman between you and the business. So most of the corporations, they're very, very honest about this, because if they do anything bad, you can definitely file a lawsuit against them. You can complain against them to any appropriate authority. But I would highly recommend you to vet the person, double check, especially check their online presence, their website, their social media. And you can also start with the small services, like first just a very basic resident agent service, and if you like their service, then down the line you increase your service and pay extra money. But most of the corporations, they are honest about this.
Perfect, perfect. Now we have one more comment from our audience, Anabia Rahman, and it's also in Bengali, so I believe you can help out, sir, over here.
Exactly. She said, yeah. Anabia Rahman Manha. I think she said Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. I hope you are enjoying this show. And if you have any particular question, please ask here. I will try our best to answer it.
For sure, for sure. There are very lovely audience over here who are watching our session. So please, if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask anything if you want. Now, my next question is, can I be my own resident agent to, save money?
Of course. And not only saving money, it's always better to be like I have like at least 8 businesses, and I am the resident agent for all of my businesses. Not only saving money, it's good for me. I get all the letters. But the thing is, I live in America. Not only I live in America, I live in the state of Maryland where all of my businesses are registered. So it's easy for me to be resident agent for all of my businesses. So if you're already in America, and especially you are already in the state where your business is registered, then yes, of course, you should be the resident agent for your business. However, if you're not living in the state where your business is registered, for example, you live in California, but your business is registered in the state of Florida, you cannot be the resident agent of your business. In that case, you must have a separate person or corporation as your resident agent. Similarly, if you live in Dubai and your business is in the state of, let's say, Texas, you cannot be the resident agent for your business. So you must hire a person or a corporation to be a resident agent. So, of course, if you can do it, please go ahead. I highly recommend that. But if you cannot do that because of the geographical limitation or some other purpose, sometime some folks, let's say I live in Maryland, all my businesses are registered in Maryland, but I'm super busy. I don't have time for all this thing. In that case, a lot of people they still hire resident agent because they're busy. So that's also another factor. But if you can do it, please do it. If not, then hire a resident agent.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now my next question would be, what happens if the state cannot deliver mail to my resident agent?
Well, in general, they can because resident agent has a address. It's not a post office box. It's a real street address. It's not a PO box. So definitely the state can. But let's say for some reason the state cannot, then I would recommend you to reach out the state and say, hey, you sent this letter and my resident agent did not receive the letter. What happened? Sometime some bad things may happen. I'm pretty sure the state will fix it.
Okay. Perfect, perfect. So we have one more audience with us, Balime Juwara. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Hello, how are you? And I hope you are enjoying the session for today. Okay, so my next question would be, okay, what are the consequences of losing good standing status?
Yeah, that's another good thing. So not only just register a business, you have to have a regular communication with the state where your business is registered. Standing in good, having a good standing is really important. If you do not have a good standing, your bank may freeze your account. Your let's say you applied for a loan or some other transaction, it may not move forward without a good standing. So having regular communication with the state, answer all of their questions, submit a annual report, those are very important. And without those, you may not be able to operate business here in America.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so my next question would be, how can I check if my resident agent is compliant with the state requirement?
Good question. So when you register your business, like especially in the state of Maryland, there is a website. It's called Maryland Biz Express. So in that website, you'll have access. You'll have ID and password to log in, and in that website, you will see whether your business is compliant or not. The job of the resident agent is to make sure your business is compliant. So if it is not compliant, you will say your resident agent, hey, my business is not compliant, we're not in good standing, please fix it. So that is the way to know whether your resident agent is working or not.
Perfect, perfect. Now the next question would be in the mind of everyone, each and every audience who are looking, how can I verify the legitimacy of resident agent service? Because there are
Yeah,
many trust issues with everyone, so very
exactly,
obvious
of course.
question for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, you, as I said, you have to verify whether it's a legitimate business, whether they have office address, whether they have good website, social media presence like Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, things, and you can ask about their credentials. Like, like, for example, I'm an attorney. Whether I'm a real attorney or not, you can check with the bar association. I am admitted in the bar of Maryland, Washington D.C., the Supreme Court of the United States. So if you go to any of their website, there's an option to check, and if you search with my name like a Mahajan, my last name, you can easily find me. So yes, you have to verify before you sign up for anything. That is really important. Otherwise, there's a lot of fraud, a lot of fake companies. They will take your money and they will go. Even so, this is
Yes,
another
for sure.
this is a funny question. Recently,
Yeah.
we see that, so let's say you want to visit to UK or Germany,
Mhm.
and you booked a hotel through a third party company, let's say travelgogo.com. This
Mhm.
travelgogo.com is a fake company. They have no connection with any hotel or anything, but they will show the hotel, they will take your money, and then you'll go. So yes, you as a traveler, you have to verify whether this is a legitimate website to book the hotel or not, right? So, same
Yeah,
thing.
for sure.
You have to make sure that you're hiring the right person as a resident agent.
Yes, it's very important to, interest, and it's good if someone is living over there, like our own, like our family member or someone who can guide
Mhm.
us to this. That would be a good idea
Exactly.
as well.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
my next question would be, what happen if I want to expand my business to another state?
Yeah, expanding business to another state is very easy. America is even there's like a 50 states united, but the market is common market. It's like a European Union kind of city, even better than European Union. So if you have a business in California, your head office is in California, but you want to sell your product anywhere in America, you even don't
Mm.
need permission from anybody. You can just sell it. But if you do a lot of activity in that particular state, then you have to have a resident agent in that state too. Those are definitely manageable. It's not a hard thing, especially if your resident agent is capable of taking care in all 50 states like us. We can take care of that in any American states.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, now continuation like of this, my previous question itself. Can a business change its resident agent if the current one is unreliable?
Yeah, yeah, anytime. You can change it literally anytime you like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, now I think now there's also continuation of that only. What steps should I take if I receive a service of process, that is lawsuit, through my agent?
Yeah, so agent's job is to just convey the message to you. Agent's job is not to represent you in the court. Many resident agents, they're not lawyer. So let's
Mm-hmm.
say you received a lawsuit from another body or another person, your resident agent receives it. His job would be just convey the letter to you. And once you receive the letter, you have to hire a lawyer to represent you in the appropriate court. That's a whole new thing. Resident agent is just a messenger. It's a middleman between you and the state.
Perfect. Okay, okay, that's it. And now, how does a resident agent handle state franchise tax notifications?
So, well, same way, resident agent is just a messenger. Any report or anything he will receive on behalf of you will just forward it to you.
Okay. Okay. So I think that's all for today's questions, which are like very common, most asked questions by our audience or our who the clients who are coming to us. And now, thank you so much, Mr. Mahajan, for clarifying those questions so clearly. I'm sure our audience really appreciates your practical advice on this. Now, before we wrap up our session, Mr. Mahajan, would you like to share any final thoughts or advice for entrepreneurs or investors planning to enter the US market with the help of the
Yes.
resident agent?
Yes. So our current president, Donald Trump, he's a very investor friendly, he's a very investment friendly president. Even though in many other part of immigration, for example, humanitarian immigration and like NIW kind of cases, we see recent decline. However, we are
Mhm.
seeing huge number of approval in investment-based immigration. So this is the best time to invest in America. And America is not only the largest market in the world; they also have free trade agreement with most of the other free trade areas. So America is the best place to invest. And also, this is the best time to invest in America. So, those who are watching, if you are a foreign entrepreneur, if you want to invest in America, this is the best time to move forward.
For sure, for sure. Investment is the best opportunity for now. to invest in US. So please go ahead. And if you have any queries, anything, please to come to rajulaw.com. We are also located in Dubai and US. So yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Mahajan, for joining us today and sharing your expertise. It's been an absolute pleasure having you over here.
Same here, Manushi. Have a wonderful day. And all of our audience, please come join with us next Monday, same time. We'll talk about different topics.
Thank you so much. And that's all for today's Monday Live. Thank you everyone who joined us. Don't forget to follow our page for upcoming sessions and latest immigration insights. And remember, Immigration for All goes live every Monday, 11 a.m. EST, 8 p.m. GST, 9 p.m. PKT, and 10 p.m. BST. Until next time, this is Mansi Katira signing off. Stay informed and stay inspired. Thank you so much.